your calculator for some of just the basic facts. All right, example 3, PEMDAS again. Do I have any parentheses where there's work to do in the parentheses? The answer is yes. Figure this out, figure this out. So on the left one, let's see, -3 below 0 drops 2 more. The temperatures drop 5 degrees. So I have that in the parentheses, right? What do I have in the other set of parentheses? -4 minus 1. Take away 4, take away 1. That's a -5. Now, I've taken care of the parentheses. Are there any exponents? No. Is there any multiplication? You bet. Because now I have a -5 times a -5. Now the parentheses are showing multiplication. Answer, 25. So again, you can take your calculator and take a -5 times a -5 and get a positive 25. But don't try punching this in just like that and do all that because you're going to make a mistake. All right, example 4. Let's go through the letters. So do I have any parentheses with work to be done in them? Yes and yes. So I have a -5 parentheses. Let's see, -3 minus 3, take away 3 more. You've taken away 6. Plus 2, what's 1 minus 3? -2. 1 degree above 0 drops 3. It's at a -2. Are there any exponents? No. Any multiplication or division? The answer is yes. This is multiplication now. This is multiplication. So maybe you might take your calculator now and take a -5 times a -6, positive 30, plus, because of the plus sign. What's 2 times a -2? -4. I've taken care of the multiplication and division. Now, any addition and subtraction? Yep, just one addition, right? 30 plus the -4. So 30, take away 4. That's easy, 26. All right, example 5 is the one I was referring to earlier where you have this division bar. So think of it as PEMDAS over PEMDAS. So do your order of operations on top of the bar and do your order of operations below the bar. So let's see, on top of the bar, use PEMDAS. Do you have any parentheses? Answer is yes, right here. 10 minus 8 is 2. So I have a -3 times 2 minus a -4. All right, I've taken care of the P there. Now I'm going to do the same thing down below. Now there's other work. In fact, here, let's do it this way. I'm just going to write these out as I go along. Let's finish out the top. Now, is there any exponents in the top? Answer is no. Is there any multiplication and division? Answer is yes, I have multiplication right here. What's a -3 times 2? That's a -6 minus your -4, right? So now do any addition and subtraction on top. -6 minus -4, that's a -6 plus 4. So what do you end up with on the top of the bar? -6 plus 4 is a -2. I'm going to change colors here so we can see this a little better. Now let's do below the bar. Any parentheses? No. None that have work to be done in them. Any exponents? No. Is there any multiplication and division? Answer is yes, right here. So you have 4 minus, what's 3 times a -3? So that's 4 minus a -9 minus 13. Now, do you have any addition and subtraction? Answer is yes. So let's see, minus 9 means 4 plus 9 minus 13. Let's see, now add and subtract in order. 4 plus 9 is 13. 4 plus 9 is 13. 1, 2, yep. And what's 13 minus 13? 0. So I get a -2 over 0. That is not my answer. What is my answer? Is that 0? Is that undefined? Or is that indeterminate? The answer is undefined. So when you have a fraction bar, a division bar, it's PEMDAS over PEMDAS. All right, last one is example 6. Now the confusing thing with example 6 is you have a lot of symbols there, a lot of grouping symbols. So I'm going to outline some of these. Really, you have some parentheses with work to be done inside, the very inside of this, don't you? And then you have a set of brackets. And then on the very outside, you have braces. All right? Now, the idea here is you work from the inside out. So there's another little unwritten rule with PEMDAS. You start from the inside and you work your way out this way. All right, so on the very inside in my green, let's do that first. So I'm going to, what is a negative 4? Take away 3. 4 degrees below 0 drops 3 more. That's a negative 7. What's a negative 8 minus 2? So drops 8 degrees, drops 2 more. That's a negative 10. All right, so what do I have now inside the red brackets? I'm going to write that out. You have 3 brace 2 bracket negative 7 times a negative 10 minus 4 bracket brace. Now continue working on the inside. What do I do first on the inside? Well, PEMDAS says you multiply first and then subtract. So 70, right? So you have 3 brace 2 bracket 70 minus 4 bracket brace. Continue working from the inside out. 70 minus 4, so you have 3 brace 2 bracket, 70 minus 4 is 66. So really, inside the brackets, we're ending up with 66. Now, continue working on the inside. What's 2 times 66? You get 132. So you have 3 brace 132. Now here, the braces really are showing multiplication now. So you're going to take 3 times 132. And we get 396. So a little harder problem. You work your way from the inside out. And you got to write it out. You cannot, there's just no way you can take a calculator and figure this out without writing some of the steps out. So the whole idea here was order of operations and a review of PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.